Et il est tombé comme du n'importe quoi. On dirait la girafe qui s'en mêle les pattes, quoi. Vraiment la tête.
I've had enough. Clear off. And don't come back till you're ready to do business.
But I've got the coin, I swear it. I simply...
Where is it then, eh? Bring the coin, all of it, or I'll call the sentinels on you.
D'accord.
'Tis uncommon for a lad of his age to be unable to shop on his own. Mayhap we ought to lend him a hand, master.
J'ai pas très envie. Mais bon. Ah d'accord, c'est... Ah mais c'est pas le gars qui... Mais si.
Oh, 'tis you. You're a welcome sight.
Ouais, je me souviens de lui.
Forgive my boldness, but I've a small favor to
Ouais, il va
ask.
me demander de l'argent quoi.
Would you be willing to lend me some gold? I swear you'll be repaid in full. A trinket in yon shop caught my eye. A small, ornate box of exceptional craftsmanship. Alas, 'twould seem I do not have the coin. I can certainly procure the gold later, but by then, if you'd be kind enough to lend me the amount I...
C'est par rapport à ça là.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Voyons voir. Et il m'en demande... bien sûr, tiens. Hop. Et là, on achète.
Always a pleasure. Where are you off to?
Oula.
I'll not stand for this.
Désolé.
Yes? Is there aught I can do for you? Or could it be that you've reconsidered my request?
Ouais.
You bought it for me? Thank you. You're a kind soul. Pray, let me return the favor some...
He seems a young man of decent character. I believe his promise to repay your kindness was a genuine one.
Ouais. Bah ça on verra bien. Alors qu'est-ce que je peux faire? Pourquoi j'ai un logo ici? D'accord. Je sais pas si ça change grand chose.
Is your pack slowing you down, master? Pray, bear in mind that you can only carry so much by yourself.
Alors là, je suis lourd.
Welcome to... And quality is what you need if you want to survive.
Ouais, sans doute. Voilà. D'accord.
So before you check the price, just remember... Many thanks. I appreciate...
Oui, la maison.
Not buying?
J'ai eu le...
That's just as
La
well.
dernière fois, apparemment,
Better to be
si je
selective
dors
than
dedans
wasteful.
pendant une semaine...
The Arisen is ever
Je
prudent
finis
in the
une quête.
application of coin.
La vraie question, c'est elle est où déjà cette maison?
Haste makes waste, as they say.
D'accord. Ah. Je suis doué.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
Sinon, c'est pas genre indiqué sur la carte.
Indeed. Tell
Ah, si,
is,
ça me dit
there's
qu'il est
been
là.
a shift in the chain of
Ah
command.
mais oui, elle est là. Voilà.
We must
là.
rest. Though the...
Ah. Ok.
Good tidings, friend. How have you been keeping? As for me, I made the most of my week-long so... You see, I grew so fond of the destination, and that's when I thought, mayhap you've grown just as fond. I can't just give it to you, mind. I've my relocation costs to consider, but I'd sell it to you cheap. Well, friend, what say you?
Hey.
Sorry I am to hear it. You know where to find me, should you...
Tis the dream of many to own a home.
Hey. Hey. Ils sont fous les gens. Et ben c'est parti pour ça. Et celle-là elle est loin ou pas? Oh sa mère.
Sir, shall we gather the requisite funds to make it our own?
Right you are. Sir Ricardo is in need of our aid. Certainly, Master. I can take you to this individual.
The vanguard is yours.
In every age, when the Arisen fells the dragon and saves the land, they ascend. Hence, pawns are treated with respect, as a matter of course here in Vermin. Not to mention, they are. 'Tis clear they're.
D'accord. Ça pour rien me dire docteur.
Oi there, friend. All I ask is that you hear my request. What have you got? Why, thanks, sir. As to the matter at hand, it concerns my ox cart business. I've been holding off service on account of all the monsters on the road. But now I feel prepared to... Only trouble is, there are still monsters... That's where you come in. See, I've got a letter here from Lady Margit, the Watchhead's wife, to be delivered to one set. I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead and see to it that the letter reaches its recipient. Splendid! Now,
Parfait.
the carts only depart at certain hours of the day. But I find that time flies. And mind you, don't forget each cart travels. So anyone thinking of riding for free, but enough of my lecturing. Oh, and I'll pay your fare. Come find me when you've delivered
Merci.
that letter.
Ouais,
I'll...
allez, ta gueule. D'accord.
Would you mind coming over here?
Oui, pas de souci.
We've a long journey ahead of us. We ought to employ an ox cart and save our strength.
Ouais, mais
Right you are.
apparemment elle a tenté de montrer. Ouais, elle commence à me faire. Ah.
Isn't going as well as I'd hoped.
Allez, montre-moi rapidement.
We cannot break it from this side.
True enough.
Would you care to behold a forgotten riftstone, as yet undiscovered in this world? Then follow me. It isn't far.
We've got goblins!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Ok.
Most impressive, Master.
Let us not get ahead of ourselves. The battle continues.
A resounding success.
Ça c'était pour ça là.
Over so soon? Why? We seem to have come through unscathed.
Attends, donc tu vas peut-être
We
faire rater
mustn't
le...
allow ourselves to become complacent.
C'est une
We're
blague.
hardly so destitute as to shun an ox cart services. What say we...
C'est bon. D'accord.
I've a duty.
Voilà.
This ox cart's bound for... I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Ah. Pourquoi faut toujours payer? Oh!
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Pourquoi s'il a mis autant de temps à lâcher le Bon, c'était pas la meilleure des classes que j'ai choisies, mais forte chance qu'il en ait dit. Ah mais d'accord. Ouais. Merci. Bon, maintenant il faut vite que je trouve Lennart pour lui refiler la lettre et après je vais pouvoir aider l'autre qui je n'ai pas compris ce qu'il faisait. Mais...
here we are. The ox cart made it without too much trouble. Mayhap we can employ a cart for our next journey.
Lennart.
Is that you,
Non, pourquoi je lui ai parlé?
Oh, fine. Wait, listen. The brave fool said he was going to look for... I'll go and search for him. I'm not afraid. So I thought, please, sir, I'll worry for my many thanks. Go into the forest. This won't work. My brother and I suppose there's only... I'll have to show you...
Arrête de me parler!
I'll need you to watch right.
We ought not to dawdle.
Bref. Non, mission. Et ça doit être le niveau de difficulté.
Hale, if you've a moment to spare, I'd like a word. As you can see, we're rebuilding. A task that can always... What say you?
No.
Excellent. You're a good sort. I'll not soon forget this. Here's what I need from you. A basque of saurians has made their nest outside the village. Though they're yet to cause any harm, I'd like to... I've prepared some explosive...
Saurians,
Aye, what can I do for you? She's a kindly sort, I must say.
We'd best report back. There, Master! Saurians!
No!
There, Master! Saurians!
No! Putain, Azura! Casse les couilles.
That reminds me, just somewhat lamentable that none of us are fighters. Adding comrade varying vacations also increase our effectiveness in battle.
Ah ouais, Azura, c'est derrière. Surprise! Putain, mais sérieux? Ah bah, je comprends que c'est pas direct, c'est ça.
Well, that appears to have sent something to finish the job. I haven't dropped a jar of poison. Any luck, the saurians will realize that they chose a perilous spot.
Ah ouais, Azura est censé être derrière. Surprise! Putain, mais sérieux? Ah, maintenant je comprends pourquoi si la plupart des guerriers sont des hommes comme ça.
That Lady Margaret's a... Well, that appears to have sent some of them. To finish the job, I'd have you drop a jar of poison into them. With any luck, the Saurians will realize that they chose a perilous spot and steer. But pray, take care not to drop it in the river. The village, you must make sure your aim is good. You'll find the jars of poison just outside the village. Toss.
Et maintenant, ça me donne très envie d'y jeter dans l'eau.
Well done, Master. Those Saurians shan't dare approach the village for some time, thanks to your efforts. What a pleasure to recount such good tidings.
Voilà. C'est dingue. Bénard, tu es une personne détestable.
You've done as I asked, I see. Many thanks for your efforts.
Ouais. Ah
I
ouais.
must say, you've a fine arm. Watching you got me thinking. Or perhaps 'tis a little early. In any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today, the rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace. And for that...
'Tis done. That was certainly worthwhile.
A laudable result. Just what I would expect of the Arisen.
Our efforts have been rewarded.
Tout ça pour ça. Bon, on va devoir faire celle-ci.
Copies, Master!
Is that all of them? You have my thanks. I've only just enlisted. You saved me this time. But well, I'd best be heading.
J'ai rien tué?
Our results are awaiting. What say you make our results?
Oh, possible.
The Arisen has been put to sleep! You have my protection.
Ok. Oh, trop bien. Oh, trop bien.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become...
Hail, friend. Many thanks for aiding Ocado.
Aye, that it was. The poor sod might not have made it back.
'Twas a bit too early for him to be seeing actual combat. That much was made well. We'll be extending his training period. The instructor...
Speaking of training regimes, I must admit I've half a mind to ask you to join us. We could use someone with your experience.
Il est tombé comme du n'importe quoi. On dirait la girafe qui s'en mêle les pattes, quoi. Faut voir la tête.
I have to inform my own master of this.
Bah non.
'Tis a hobgoblin!
Oh, oh, la boulette. Ah non, mais avance. Wouah. Wouah.
No harm shall come to you.
Voilà, voilà. Je pense...
Can anyone hear me?
là. Ah mais du coup elle peut plus me soigner ici. C'est vrai que je retrouve faire le magie de soin là.
No one can defend themselves when grappled like this.
Ça, c'est une très bonne question. Ouais, il en reste.
Know you of the... I thought I was done for.
Ah, it was a near thing.
I think I'll be all right. But if you hadn't come for me...
Save your thanks, Norbert. I'm your brother.
From where I'm standing, all that matters is... Anyway, I'm eager to be rid of this place. The sooner the better. I've got to deliver these medicinal herbs to the people.
Ah, you'll hear no complaint.
We must proceed with caution, lest our charge come under attack.
Ouais.
Back at last.
That's... Aye, I'm exhausted, but I can rest after...
Good on you.
D'accord, et ma récompense.
Wonder why I don't follow him. So long as he stays away from that... When my brother told me he was going to fetch those herbs, I refused to join him. Said it was too dangerous. And I was right. But mayhap none of this would have happened had I only got... My brother is always the one taking the initiative. While I said today's misadventure showed me that the path forward is the one with fewer regrets. We managed to save Norbert. And perhaps still, I can't help but wonder if I couldn't have spared him some of the pain and fear he suffered. So from now on, I'm going to trust in my own instincts. Never again will I let fear stop me from doing...
D'accord.
With Sir Norbert safely returned,
Ça va.
Melv shan't lack for medicinal herbs.
C'est quoi ça?
2 good deeds in 1, you might say.
This ox cart, I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Ouais, vas-y. Merci. Bon, alors du coup, je peux déjà compléter cette quête là.
Ah, you've returned.
Ouais.
How did you fare on the journey to Melbourne?
Chiant. Ouais, du coup, j'ai remis ta lettre de merde.
Splendid.
Oui.
You've been an immense... The cart reached its destination safe and sound, and from the tell of it, you even rid the...
Ouais, elle donne.
Ox carts seem a convenient choice for longer journeys. I see no harm in making use of them as needed, Master.
7000 pièces, ça fait
You
plaisir.
have my support.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you... Aye, got some coin to spare your... What would you of me? I'll have no trouble.
What did you think of that story? 'Twas well told and all, but not particularly exciting, eh? I mean, I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself, so I came out here to learn his ways. Haven't learned much, that's for sure. And by the look of it, he doesn't appear to be making much for his efforts, neither. So where's all his...
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, and your focus apply to this tale of a giant who touches the sky.
We meet again. Would you care to stay and talk a moment? I'm glad. Sit down. I'm rather fond. I ne'er imagined a city could be like this. And how could I have?
Je m'en fous de ton histoire.
My mother has always procured. Of course, in the end, you were the one who made the purchase. That's all right. I know you meant well. Besides, I wanted to give you something in return by... My apologies, friend. But I'd best be going. I must thank you for indulging me. I do hope we'll see each other anon.
On s'entend. Alors, dans tous les cas, nous on va s'arrêter ici pour l'instant. Puis bah, n'hésitez pas à vous abonner et à liker. Donc je vous dis à bientôt. Salut!